Alright, locations A, B, and C are in a region of uniform electric field. A is located at a location of negative 0.3x, 0y, 0z. B is at 0.4x, 0y, and 0z. And the electric field has the value of negative 850x, 400y, and 0z newtons per coulomb. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to solve for the displacement from A to B, and then the change of potential from A to B, and then the change of potential as a proton and an electron moves from A to B. First, the displacement. That's pretty easy. That's from Physics 1. That's x final minus x initial. So since we're moving from A to B, we'll plug in B for final and A for initial. And then just plug in these vectors. Plugging them in, distributing these negatives gives us 0.07 x, 0y, and 0z. Now using this, we'll be able to find the change of potential. But first, the change of potential equation is delta V is equal to negative the integral of the electric field times dl. I changed it to dx because it just looks cleaner. We're using x. I like the way x looks better. But since we're in a constant field, the electric field is constant, and the distance between the 2 points isn't changing, dx is also constant. So we now have delta V is equal to negative E delta x. Now, we could just plug in those values because we've solved for this, and this is a given value. Distribute this negative, multiply across, and we get 595 volts. Now, this is the potential energy as you move across from A to B. Now, what if we want to find a proton in relationship to this? Let's see. First thing you need to know is that we've already solved for this, and this is what we got. The U is the electric potential, which is just the potential energy times the charge of whatever particle or whatever you're moving across this area. So we just plug in 1.6 times 10 to the negative 19th for the charge of a proton times 595 volts, and that gives us 9.5 times 10 to the negative 17 joules. So what if we want to find the potential electric the electric potential of an electron? Well, it's just the negative value of this because protons and electrons have the same, have inverse charges. So, just plug it in. There you go.